special guest with us. We have Kandi Burruss Tucker.
Well, yeah. Well, it's going to be that. I haven't officially changed it yet.
Uh-oh.
That ain't right, right?
And we got Todd Tucker here as well.
You know, she didn't even change the
Todd
name.
Burruss Tucker, right?
I'm going to change it. I just haven't went down there yet.
Does that mess up publishing checks?
Well,
if you add the last name?
I mean, I guess if I kept the Burruss on there,
yeah,
it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, now she's thinking about it like, I might not never change my name.
Does she have to change it if everybody knows her as Kandi Burruss?
I'm saying, come on, do we want to make it official or not? I signed the prenup, changed the name.
Oh.
Right?
Damn.
Right?
Tit for tat.
I did what I had to do.
Oh.
You ain't want to do that, though. You ain't want to sign that prenup.
What?
I'm saying, we want to get into that now? Or?
Yeah, let's get into that now. Let's get into that now, Todd.
She made you sign a prenup, Todd?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
How did she approach you with it?
It was cool. It was like, you know, we're gonna have to do this prenup thing, and I was like, that, you know, yeah, that's part of the situation. But she kind of did that old basketball player thing.
Oh,
the day before, trying to give it to you 2 days before. Yeah. So you ain't got time to really get into it.
So your lawyer can't do too many changes.
Right.
But I guess you had to show you're not in it for the money anyway, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
you know, Mama
love.
Joyce wasn't having that anyway.
Oh no, she wasn't having that at all.
Was that Mama Joyce that was like, so Kandi, you did the prenup, right?
Well, of course, my mom was saying that, but I was gonna do that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Why did you wait so late?
Well, we put our wedding together in a month. It wasn't like, you know, we had been planning our wedding for a long, long time. We had been engaged for a year, but we wasn't planning the wedding though. We had been planning it.
And you want a prenup, you gotta start.
Okay, first of all, I never thought it was gonna be an issue.
Don't bring the prenup before the wedding plan.
No, we had been talking about the prenup for a long time. Now, you and I both had discussed it, and pretty much I thought it was not a problem. I didn't realize there were gonna be issues. You know what I'm saying?
Your mama still hate Todd?
Oh, they're better. After we got married, she realized there was nothing else she could do about it. So she was like, all right.
I never understood what her big grudge was against. Well, I guess you don't really like anybody you date, Kandi.
Not really. Every now, like if she thinks that, you know, if she picks them out and wants me to go out with them or something, well, in the past, man, it was cool, but I never liked anybody she liked, and she doesn't like anybody I like.
Todd, you don't wear a ring, right?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Well, where is it?
He left
you were at
Atlanta without
rushing
his
me
ring.
As we was trying to get to the airport, and I forgot the ring.
That's the one thing you're not supposed to forget.
So you wanted to change her last name, but you don't want to wear your ring?
I forgot.
You know what? I'll let him have it this time because normally I'm the one that forgets my ring, and he always wears it.
I think they need something new for men, man. I think, because if you don't wear rings, putting the ring on to have to wear all the time, I can see why he would forget it.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not supposed to take it off.
Get a necklace or something. Get us a chain. Buy a wedding chain.
You guys wear necklaces or chains?
A wedding watch. Give me a Rolex.
There it is.
A wedding watch?
Yeah,
a wedding Rolex.
Engraved in it. Something.
There it is, yeah. Engrave something on it.
Something that we actually wear. I got to condition myself to wear
wedding
a ring.
boxers.
I don't wear drawers all the time.
You don't?
All right, now let's talk about the play, though, on Mother's Love.
Free ball often.
I'm not going to lie, when I was watching it was very sad and very touching because it was real and a true story and true to your lives and everything. I teared up a little bit. When I did.
Thank you.
I did when I was watching it because it has to be really difficult. Like, you know, obviously it's hard for you because you're in love with her, but her mom gave you such a difficult time. I mean, she said some really bad things about your family.
Oh, she went hard.
You know, as well. And for Kandi, that's hard for you because you love your mom.
Definitely. I love my mom.
She was over the top.
She's over the top quite often, but you know, it's like I've learned to accept, you know, the way she is, but then, you know, I can't always feel like everybody's supposed to accept it. That's what he's always telling me. But it gets crazy a lot.
Even with like your best friend, are y'all still tight?
Yeah, we're still tight. And then my mom still is really mad about that. Like, she's like, why she had to go with y'all on the road? Why is this? You know, and I'm like, why does it matter? You know, but.
Got to play D Woods in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, Charlamagne has a thing for D Woods.
That's my dog.
Really?
That's my dog.
You ain't had no thing for D Woods?
That's my homie. We never had a
That's
thing.
what I'm asking you. You didn't have a thing for her, though, like a little...
Nope.
Well, she does a great job.
Look at his face, though.
She's actually a really good actress.
That's my homie.
Good peoples.
All right, now let's talk about you, Todd, because you're actually going to be executive producing a new show.
Yep, for TV One. It's called Hollywood Divas. Airing October 8th.
Okay.
Man, you got Golden Brooks on that show. Maya from Girlfriends.
Golden Brooks.
That's been a crush on mine for a long time. You better try her.
She's good peoples.
Try her, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kandi. I forgot you were sitting there. My bad.
that.
Come on, it's
That's
jokes.
inappropriate.
It's jokes. It's just jokes.
What's the show about?
It's about the journey of these black actresses. You know, just telling that story of black actresses in Hollywood, just what they go through, how they lose roles to others, and just their journey. Their journey.
It's their personal life too. I saw a couple of
personal lives. Yeah, it's
episodes.
definitely like you're gonna see sides of them that you're gonna be like, wow, did they really, reveal all of that?
So you always been a TV producer?
Well, I started out actually in music videos, and I was at BET. I was always like behind the scenes dealing with the finance side. I was a line producer.
Okay.
And then when we got together, I had to quit my job, so I had to figure something else out. So then I got into exec producer.
Wait.
Why you had to quit
See,
your job?
you jump from one thing. He started at BET, but then he started working for the production company that does our show.
Right.
Oh, got you.
So
Yeah.
it had nothing to do with his BET situation.
No, I didn't have
Now,
nothing.
I do know a
True
girl at
Entertainment.
BET that you dated previously. She said she was brokenhearted.
Ooh.
Yeah. You do.
Who you used to date?
You do. That's just, that's a part of the dating game.
Who you used to date?
It didn't overlap though, Kandi.
No, I didn't overlap.
Is somebody we know?
I don't know if you know her or not.
Like she on TV?
No, she's not on TV.
Oh,
Behind
okay.
it. Well,
She did a little something.
yeah, she did a little something on
Real
TV.
quick.
Todd made it sound like he was a kept man. Like Kandi made me quit my job.
Nah.
He was not, and that's why I hate when people, try to make it seem like, oh, he was just waiting around for you to take care of him. And that wasn't the case. He stopped working for the production company that we were with, but he started working on some other shows.
Because it was a conflict?
Actually,
It was a
he was
conflict.
still working with the production
'cause
company.
they
They
did.
just moved him to a different show.
Got you.
Like, he couldn't work with us
He
no
probably
more.
put the camera on you all the time. Like, why is Kandi getting all this air?
No, well, see, his job didn't even have anything to do with the creative side of our show. He dealt with, he hired all the crew.
Logistics,
He did all the
budgets
budgets and all that stuff.
Got you.
So, he didn't even have to be on set with us.
Oh, okay. So it's
But-
not really, but
Yeah, but it's just, kind of against the rules because he was privy to all the personal information
Right.
with all of us
Right.
as cast. Like, he knows all of our personal information.
he knows a
'cause
lot
he's
of
dealing
yours.
with with everybody.
So being that you got that personal information, say you get in an argument, is it hard not to throw stuff in people's face? Like if
Oh,
you know
no,
how
no,
much
no,
somebody's
no, no.
making or anything like
Well, first, I never try to get him to, tell me any of that stuff because I don't ever want to put him in a crazy position. And I would never do that anyway. Like, I don't like
Pillow
arguing.
talk.
I don't try to bring up stuff out of people's past.
But
that,
it would definitely
you know,
be tough. So I get why they, had to kind of fade me out. Because if
Right.
I know you about to go into a scene and it's going to get crazy, I'm like, babe, make sure you're ready. Or, you just going to definitely want to prep your lady. So,
I'll come running from behind the scenes in case you get in a fight.
you know what I mean? Yeah, because you definitely would be emotionally attached.
now, how did y'all end up even hooking up anyway? Like, I know obviously he worked on the show, but how did that even?
Well, apparently he had told one of the other behind the scenes people. She was friends with me, and she was like, "Oh, I know somebody who likes you, wants to take you out." And I was like,
Tucker, he wants.
Oh, you can't say that, Charlamagne.
well, she just kept saying, "I know somebody who wants to take you out," and I'm like, "Who?" And she kept saying his name, but I didn't really know him because he was not around us a lot. So finally, I was, and a couple of Phaedra had said something about him, that Todd, and so one of my other friends. I was like, I gotta figure out who this dude is.
Todd?
Yeah, and then when we were in Africa for that one trip a couple seasons ago, he
was there too.
yeah, he was there too. And the last day of the trip was his birthday, and we hung out for the rest, the
What do you
whole
tell you?
time.
I got my shots, so we can do something.
Ha ha.
It is.
No, we didn't do anything that day.
I know the timing was bad because another guy, some ball player, wanted to get hooked up with Kandi. So I had Kandi like, yo, such. She's like, oh, I just started
she told
dating
me about
somebody.
that.
Yeah,
She
she
told
was
me
like, a
about
little
that.
too late. She was like, it's a little too late, but if he don't work out, I'm gonna call you and let you know. No, she didn't say that.
As she was supposed to. Shit.
She didn't say that.
So you and Phaedra cool?
Yeah, we cool.
Did you tell her to get a divorce?
No, I didn't tell her to get a divorce.
Like, don't stick around with that man for 8 years.
Well, see, I'm cool with Phaedra, but Todd is cool with Apollo.
Apollo,
So
okay.
this conversation gets heated sometimes. He and I debate about the
Well,
situation.
if it was you, Kandi, and you were in Phaedra's place.
And that's where the argument starts between
Okay,
Todd and Kandi,
and
right there.
Todd, first of all, let's be clear. Apollo was doing some foul things with Kenya. Like, a lot of that stuff was a bit inappropriate. I think it was a little bit inappropriate.
Did he have sex with
Yeah. Well, guess what? It's a lot of stuff about that situation y'all gonna find out on the new season,
Yeah,
so I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
really tell you.
He was smashing Kenya.
Well, I wouldn't. I can't. No.
I can't
say
know.
that.
She said, I can't know.
But it's some things that would be surprising about that situation that's going to come on the new season.
Because
so
he
I
did
can't
admit
go
that
too
he
far
was
about.
texting her and all of that. And I mean, we saw that already in the gossip.
Yeah, but it's some things that's gonna come back that you will see that you're gonna be like, huh? But yeah.
But okay, so from what we do know of the situation,
Hold on, don't let her avoid the question though.
If that was
Todd
you,
had to go to jail for 8
now if that
years.
was you and you were in that same situation, from what we know so far, not what's going to happen on the new season, would you leave Todd? He's going to jail for 8 years. He done did some money laundering, some cash and fake checks, and
8 years ain't long. That's
going
just
to
two
the strip
presidential
club,
terms.
not spending time with the family.
Well, here's for me. If you know, if it was my my husband or whatever.
You have a husband.
Yeah, it's Todd.
Todd, you
know,
better answer this
I
right.
wouldn't leave him just because he was going to jail.
But there was other things that.
Yeah, now if it was about all the other stuff that was going on, that'd
and
be
he's
different.
going to jail.
Yeah, like if it was all, if he was just doing me wrong all the time and all, yeah, man, I'd be like, I ain't got time for this.
So you do think Apollo was doing her wrong?
I didn't say it. I thought he was doing her wrong. Whatever. I didn't say that. I'm just saying
You're mixing up my words.
You know, I'm just saying, like, well, there were certain things that, you know, I feel like, you know, can put any relationship in a bad position. You know what I mean? And so I would just say that, you know, for me, I probably would have been fed up before the jail situation ever came.
But then sometimes people feel like if I leave him now and he's about to go to jail, it's going to look like I'm abandoning him.
Exactly.
And some people will rock because of that.
Right. And you know, and that's what I feel. I feel like, you know, if she does do anything, I feel like she's going to be judged just because people like, oh, you're supposed to stay down with your man, but nobody really thinks about whatever else may go on. You know what I mean? And I don't think that's fair.
FYI, that's not in the vows. They say through sickness and health, rich or poor. They don't say nothing about jail. Nothing about
do his
jail.
part, though.
Yeah, they do. But I don't really think a jail would have anything to do with it.
Let's ask
if
Todd.
they
Todd,
have any issues.
If Kandi went to jail for 8 years, we saw Papoose just hold Remy Ma down. Could you hold her down?
Exactly.
Yeah, could you hold her down for 8 years?
I'm holding her down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you guys first started dating, obviously it was a public situation for you. You're used to being behind the scenes. And then you had to step from behind the scenes, come forward. You probably had to cut all the chicks off from the past and everything. What was that like for you?
It was tough because that media takeout thing is crazy. So, you know, your past is going to pop up. But I've been pretty good, right? Not too
For
many.
the most part, yeah,
Maybe
like one thing that popped up on him in the beginning. But it wasn't even an issue because I feel like both of us, you know, we weren't the first people that we dated. You know, all of us, we all had history or whatever. So it's just like, whatever.
So you have to tell her, like, because I know sometimes, you know, y'all go out and she's got to tell you, like, just so you know, the guy over there. Like, do you have to tell everything that you did in the past in case you run into
matter?
He feels like it does.
Nah, just don't have me in a room with somebody and I don't know.
I'm with you on that.
Whatever, homie. They giving me all of this, and they know. And
Yeah.
You know,
all right, well, Kandi, you better tell them about Charlamagne.
I call her Kandi.
No.
You call her Kandi. I used to call her Cola.
No.
Now, let's talk about the new season, because we're hearing that Claudia Jordan, our friend Claudia Jordan, is being added to the show. Are y'all cool?
Yes, we are. But I can let me say this: that damn Claudia Jordan.
Boy, she got a mouth on her.
She's got a strong personality.
She does. I was like, when I tell you that girl be saying some things, I was like, okay. She been letting some people have it this year.
Who she let have it
I
already?
can't tell you.
I'm gonna tell you who she gonna clash with.
No.
Her and Nene gonna clash.
You think?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I
That's
can't say.
that's right
might
up
become
Claudia's
good
alley
friends.
right there. That's right up Claudia's alley. I can see them clashing.
Well, let me say this. I didn't really like. I had met Claudia maybe once or twice in the past. She was cool, but I didn't really know her personality. But when I tell you, she goes in.
We know.
What? Her mouth is slick,
Really greasy.
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Now, you and Nene also had clashed quite a bit, but y'all are cool again.
Yeah.
Are there things that you regret or that she regrets, you think, that happened during the season? Because I was shocked. It seemed like y'all two were kind of like the strong and Phaedra too, women on the show, you know, real. What I like about it is y'all got like real jobs. You know what I'm saying? Real careers.
I think in the past, Nene and I always kind of like bumped heads or whatever, for whatever reason. This year, we've been doing a lot better, you know? So far, we still taping right now. But, you know, we've been doing a lot better lately. But in the past, we bumped heads a lot. And I don't understand why, but, yeah, for whatever
You feel like
reason.
she's not supportive of you?
Oh, yeah, I definitely would say I never thought she was supportive of me.
You think
but
she's jealous?
No, I don't think it's a jealousy thing or anything like that. I just feel like it just wasn't, I don't know. She just never, she was never a fan.
And maybe because you work with Kim and she's not friends with Kim anymore.
I don't think that. I mean, to me, that's the problem with our circle. It's like, you know, when two people fall out with each other and then it's all of a sudden like you got to pick sides. I don't feel like I should have to pick sides just because you two don't get along, you know? Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm having that issue right now, to be honest with you.
Because then people look at you as not being loyal if they consider you.
How is it not being loyal?
I'm just saying
anything
that's how
that you and I
it.
have a conversation about, I don't run back and tell it to the person over here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't feel like I have to share your opinions. You know, I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. So I'm not finna run behind you just because you don't like this person for whatever reason.
Right.
Now, I definitely tell that person if I felt like they were wrong for some stuff that they did to you, definite. You know what I mean? And like certain people, obviously I'm closer than others. Like, you know, Phaedra and I are very close or whatever. So at the end of the day, you know, she's my girl and I always, you know, have her back. But, you know, when she's going back and forth with people, I don't feel like I have to jump in every argument, you know? And, you know, people feel like, oh, if you're over there, you can't be over here. I'm like, man, I ain't got time for that. I'm a grown woman.
Now, Todd, as a TV guy, are you surprised that Real Housewives of Atlanta has been on this long?
Definite. But they keep adding the right women. You
Right.
know, like adding Claudia to it. You know, they just add the right women with the right chemistry. So it's no telling how long it's gonna keep going.
So Todd and Kandi, do y'all be using Kandi's toys in the bedroom?
Oh, shucks.
We do.
Yes.
Because that vibrator could be intimidating for a man. I know a lot of men, you know, get intimidated by those big old vibrating.
Well, that's the thing.
Don't need no battery. Dances to the iPod.
No. See, here's the thing. When
can your penis dance to an iPod? Oh wow.
No, certain some of those products or whatever I do not use when I'm with my man. You know, we have different products with different
like which
things.
ones do y'all use?
Like say for instance, the lipstick. Like, you know, it's always good to have that down there when he kisses.
What the hell does the lipstick do?
It vibrates. It's like it's the smaller one. So say for instance, he's down there kissing it and he uses that at the same time. It's like you got the best
like
of both worlds.
multitasking.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
A little help.
Maybe you need some toys for men too.
Oh, we do have one now.
What do you have? The ring?
The helping hand.
The hell
What's
is
the
that?
helping hand?
It's like it feels, you know, kind of like the inside of a woman. So when you put your manhood in it,
Yeah,
I don't know what all you can say on your
What
shoulder.
is it feel like a lotioned up hand?
No, he put his thing inside of it, and then you know he
Oh, it's like a fake vagina.
kind of, but not. It doesn't. We don't make it look like one or whatever, but it just gives him a sensation.
Like a little
and
sleeve.
Yeah, like a sleeve. You know.
How much is it?
Oh, I think it's
You
like,
need one?
What's that, Emma?
I don't know off the top of my head. I think it's like
We should just send a package up
$60.
here.
I can
$60. You can buy them for $60.
You
But
can't
yeah, but
say
this
that
is every
Sean.
day, and it's clean. And you don't have to worry about catching.
And that's
nothing.
illegal
you're
here,
right.
by the way. You can't do that.
And then that other thing, and this is another good tip, like for women who are not the best at giving head, you know, she can use it because it has a hole on both ends. She can kiss it on one end while she's.
So that's for the lazy oral
I
sex.
see why you
women.
married her, Todd.
You know what I mean?
I see what's going on here.
But Kandi, I'm sure you don't need the helping hand.
I don't need it, but that's the thing. You got to keep things spicy, so you don't want to just do the same thing all the time.
Right.
So we mix it up.
I want to ask you a hip hop question, Kandi. When Tiny was here, she said y'all was at the party that Biggie Smalls got killed
Yes,
at afterwards.
we were.
And Biggie asked to holler at y'all, but the only person that went over to talk to him was her.
Probably,
Do you regret
yeah.
that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I feel like at the time, like I'm very extremely stubborn.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the time, you know, everybody knows he had distance in his R&B.
I'll F RuPaul before I bang them ugly escape chicks, which I still don't understand to this day.
I wasn't feeling that at all
Yeah.
at the time, you know, and so then he wanted to take it back. Oh, you know, tell him I want to talk to him. I was like, you
Right.
know, I just wasn't feeling it. And then that happened to him, and I really, really was sad about it. And I felt like, dang, you know, that's messed up. Like, we could have resolved it or whatever. But, you know, when it happened, I just felt like, you know, I had my reasons.
I ain't got nothing to say to you, right?
I just didn't say anything. I was like, man, I'm not going over there. You know, that's just how I felt.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, are you and Tiny working on new music together? Because I saw something about that.
Well, I was telling her that we should. We both be busy all the time. She's doing her thing. I love her new song. And but we always wanted to do a project together. But it just never worked out for us to do it. Like we have tons of songs in the past that we demoed together, we wrote together, but we never released any projects together. And so I'm telling her now, like, we need to go on.
She got a lot to say right now.
She does, and I'm loving it. I mean, I love the fact that she's, really going hard on her business. Normally she, she plays the back and she, just shows her man all the attention, which is cool. That's a good thing. But at the same time, she's very talented, and I just love it when she, is all about her business, making her thing happen.
Right.
You and JD on better terms?
I mean, yeah. I mean, the last time I saw him, we spoke. We gave each other a hug and everything. It was cool.
Like, I ain't got no problems with nobody. I'm doing good. I'm married. I'm in love. I'm successful.
I didn't have a problem with him anyway. I don't, I feel like everybody try to blow up that whole situation about, us not doing the reunion thing he had did. But it had nothing to do with him. Like, it had absolutely nothing to do with him why I didn't want to do it.
Right.
And I just felt like everybody was like, oh, you're so wrong. And I'm just like, well, first of all, I wasn't the only one who didn't go. Okay. Right. I didn't go and Tiny didn't go. Okay. So I don't know why everybody was on me. But even on top of that, it was just like, okay, he had all of them knew how I felt about, with my group situation or whatever. And it's just like, okay, you put this whole thing together and you're just going to tell me, yeah, okay, this is what y'all going to do.
You're like,
it's like, I don't have a choice in the situation. You didn't ask me to have anything going on. Nothing. It's just like, okay, well, we doing this on this date and I need you to do it.
We grown now. This ain't back in the day when you could just tell us what to do.
and the crazy thing is, like, because he gave me my start in the business, it's like pretty much, if he need me to do something, I'm going to do it. But that particular situation, it's like, how I feel about
about this other woman.
So it's like you kind of put me in a situation where I'm like, okay.
And you hold grudges.
Unfortunately. I try not to, but I feel like, as soon as I get ready to let things go, they always come back with some more crap. And so I just be like, you know what? I don't have time for this.
Did you see Kyle and Cisco fight?
No, Alpha Jagged Edge and Cisco.
I didn't even. Why did they fight? I saw a little clip of it on somebody had posted on Instagram.
It's because of the Breakfast Club.
Something old.
Kyle is so funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Yeah, Kyle is hilarious. I'm like, why did he do that?
Well, so is it something you would consider, though, maybe getting back together with Escape for a show ever?
Oh gosh, that comes up every year, really. People ask us about doing the award shows, the reunion for, how they do. But it's just like, my thing is, I just can't get past some of the things
that happened in the past.
And it's not even just what happened in the past. It's just like every time I felt like certain ones of our group, they'll get on TV as soon as they get an opportunity and then try to diss me. And I'm like, okay, well, you just said that you want us to be cool and then you come back with some old crazy stuff. So
but what if, she reached out to you personally and was like, listen, let's talk, let's sit down, just me and you, nobody else around. Would you be open to that?
No. So here's the deal. Okay, first of all, it's very clear. Everybody knows that. Okay, first of all, Tasha and I are fine. Like, people always try to make it sound like
that's the big one, right?
Well, she's not big anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And you talking about when we first started, she was a little thicker than the rest of us, but she is in shape now.
Okay.
But no, now she and I, we always used to bump heads growing up as kids, but it's not like, now we're grown, like whatever. No, but her sister said some straight up lies on me. And I thought we were cool at the time. And it was just like, where are you coming from with that? And she did it live on national radio. But then she came back and apologized to me on the phone. But after that, it was all just like, remember that the last time I was here, you started trying to name people that you said I've been with. And I was like, some of that ain't true. Yeah. Well, I'm always going to have to deal with that lie she said.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And nobody cares about the retraction.
Exactly. Nobody cares. But she never even got on radio. And
she just told you.
She just told me. So my thing is, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I want the same way you got on the radio to diss me,
right?
And I want you to do the same thing,
and then we can talk.
And then we can talk about it.
Okay.
And then not only that, it's just it's just certain things that irritate the hell out of me. Like they'll try to say, "Oh, Kandi was the reason that the group broke up," but hello, no offense. And big ups to Tasha. She's very talented, but she was going solo on our third album. And that is the reason why there was not another project that came right after that.
I don't even remember her going solo.
Right, because it didn't come out. That's why people automatically believe the lie of Kandi left us, Kandi did whatever.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I was trying to continue. I wanted me, Tiny, and Tamika to still do another album. I was like, well, while she doing her thing, let's go ahead and do another album. We were still doing shows together with the three of us. So how are y'all going around telling people that I wrote the group and you know what I'm saying?
Because they probably thought that, you know, you were the one that did the writing, the popular one, so it's always that person, they feel like.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying they say that.
Right.
Sometimes.
Oh, they say that, okay.
And you know what I mean? Or whatever. So I'm just like, it irritates me. It irritates
But hey,
me.
you're doing all right now, so who cares? You know, everything happened for a reason.
I feel like everything does happen for a reason, and I'm happy with where I'm at in life. But if you're just asking me, like, well, why do I feel the way I feel about not going back? It's just like, okay, well, if somebody's always trying to portray you as, oh, you did them wrong, and you know it's not true, then it just irritates you. Every time they do it, it irritates me.
Are the Housewives of Atlanta competitive amongst each other? Like your special, y'all wedding special did better than Nene's? Do y'all throw that in each other's face sometime?
Well, certain people always like to throw in people's face what they got going on. Me personally, I don't. Because I try to support everything that everybody else does. Even if I don't get along too much with you, I respect a woman doing her business.
Right.
So, you know, like even when Nene and I wasn't necessarily getting along, I still tweeted about, you know, everybody will tune in for her show or, you know, certain things like that. But I don't feel like I always get the same in return.
Right. You know, and I always think, though, that when you're doing well, when you're successful, like you do wish other people do well. Why wouldn't you? It's usually when people aren't doing so well that they be hating on other people.
True. I mean, the one good thing about, you know, my friends that I'm close to, I mean, everybody knows that Tiny, Rashida, I mean, as far as my friends in the public eye, that are in entertainment, that we always support each other's stuff. Like, to me, I feel like it's stupid for somebody to feel like, well, they can't support somebody else's thing because you're doing something similar. Because, like, if you go into the mall, it's a million makeup lines in there that's all making money.
And we mix and match.
Exactly. So it's like, okay, how come all of us can't have stores or albums or whatever and we all support each other's stuff? Because we all gonna make money if we all support each other.
Were you mad at Kirk with the whole thing with Rashida on Love and Hip Hop?
Well, yeah, I was mad at some of the things he did, but at the same time, I'm like, I respect their marriage and I let them handle it amongst themselves because at the end of the day, they've been together forever.
Like, he hired that babysitter. Come on,
man. I don't even get it.
He's in the hot tub with other chicks.
That affects you at home though, because I'm sure she uses that to throw in your face, Todd. Like, you better not ever think about it.
Ever try to play me?
I already told her we getting a young nanny.
No, we're not. No.
You hear that, Mama Joyce?
No, we're not.
All right. Well, married life is great though. It feels different. Y'all got married in April, right?
Yep. April 4th. Yeah, it's
You
good.
better know the date.
Yeah, I know the
test.
4/4/14.
4/4/14.
Y'all want kids at this point?
Yeah, we want one.
Yeah, we trying to get this little boy, man. It's tough. It's tough.
What's so tough? You just have to have sex with her all the time.
Ovulation days, and you know what I mean. If
Stop having sex on the period. Having sex on the period, no.
Wait, what?
No. Do you have period tracker on your phone?
What? I don't think that thing worked. I mean, I downloaded
It tells you when you ovulate.
Okay, well, it does tell. Well, I don't know. It ain't working clearly because we haven't gotten pregnant.
Hey man, just keep having sex raw, keep shooting the club up. I guarantee something will happen.
It's gonna come. All right.
I mean, that's what I was always taught. I'm just.
Well, you
how
did
many
a great
do
job.
you have?
One.
Oh,
6
But
years.
how many could you have?
3
had?
abortions.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
You're very honest. I like that.
That's the truth. 3 abortions.
That's good.
Just, you know, abortion is not a form of birth control.
Hey, it wasn't me. Them girls clearly they didn't want to have my baby. It's not my fault. It's not like I told them, hey, go abort the
Look
baby.
at Kandi. She's
They
like,
was like, well, I'm not
Can't
having your
blame
baby. I'm like, okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
all right, well, I do wish you guys the best of luck. I'm looking
Appreciate
forward
it.
to the new season, and I'm happy for y'all.
Thank you.
And you
Thank
know
you.
I'm tuned in always.
All right.
Well, please, I just want to tell everybody, please make sure they come and see our musical and Mother's Love when
Mother's
we
Love.
bring it to their city.
That's
and
right.
get
Is it
their
going
tickets.
international too?
No, right now it's just nationwide.
That's huge, though.
It's a big deal. It's
It
a big
is.
deal.
It's great,
Big
though. You did a great
responsibility.
job with that.
A lot of work.
Thank you.
And
when the show
congratulations.
Which one?
Todd and Kandi.
Oh well, we're not doing that. We're doing the Housewives.
Housewives, okay.
Right now we take
Todd and
Housewives.
Kandi just
All
made it.
No, speaking to that, we need that.
Hey,
Made a whole show up.
I thought, why not? They had a wedding special that did great.
Thank you.
That's common sense. Do the
Well,
Todd and Kandi.
you know,
Yeah, that would be great. And you move your mom in with y'all.
Yeah,
That'd be a lot of
my
tension.
mom comes down.
Yeah, your mom too.
Yeah, turn up.
that's a
La La
lot.
show started with a wedding special. It was a wedding
really?
special. Yeah, before it was a full court life.
Oh, okay.
It was a
Yeah,
full court
Charlamagne's
wedding.
one of Lala's lesbian friends.
Shut up.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. She's on drugs. Thank you for coming.
Well,
Kandi
thanks
and
for
Todd.
having us.
Thank you, brother.